decomposition reaction. Today we are going to see that already the three different types of reaction we have seen. Number one is combination, number two is decomposition, third one is displacement. Now we are going to see the double displacement or a double decomposition reaction. Double decomposition reaction is a reaction in which two compounds in a solution mutually exchange their ions to form two new compounds. That reaction only we call it as double decomposition. I am going to repeat it again. Two compounds in a solution mutually exchange their ions to form two new compounds. We call it as double decomposition reaction. There are two different types of double decomposition. One is precipitation reaction. In a precipitation reaction, there is a formation of an insoluble solid which we call it as a precipitate. And the second one is neutralization reaction. Insoluble solid only is called as a precipitate. So we are going to see two examples for that. Number one is these two are positive tests for the radicals, that is negative radical. The radical chlorine and the radical sulfate, Cl minus and SO4 2 minus. The positive test is done by a precipitation reaction. For example, silver nitrate when reacts with hydrogen chloride, it forms silver chloride, the white precipitate of silver chloride and nitric acid. So precipitate itself means it's an insoluble solid, that means it is formed in solution. Barium chloride reacts with sulfuric acid to form barium sulfate and hydrogen chloride. So barium sulfate also forms a white precipitate. And again, so these two reactions is a positive test for the chloride radical and the sulfate radical. Let us combine this with a particular equation already I have given here. Silver being a positive radical will combine with the negative. So we have given is A will combine with D. So this is A and this will combine with D forming AD, that is AgCl. And B and C. B being a negative one and C being positive. So it will form what? Cb. So it will form HNO3. This is how the reaction proceeds. Precipitation reaction can also be formed during the formation of a gas, a release of a gas. For example, any sulfide, for example, let us take iron sulfide. When it is going to react with sulfuric acid also, it will form again hydrogen sulfide is released. Hydrogen sulfide is released with the formation of ferrous sulfate. So this type of reaction is also called as precipitation reaction. In the formation of hydrogen sulfide, which is a rotten smelling gas, also the type of reaction is double decomposition reaction where there is an exchange of ions is taking place mutually. Neutralization reaction is usually defined as a reaction in which an acid reacts with the base forming salt and water. The neutralization reaction which is happening in our body, you already know that HCl is an acid which is already present in our body. So now let us take an example of this neutralization reaction. Acid, let us make it as a simple acid HCl. A base. A base is a substance usually which has hydroxide group or an oxide ion. So NaOH is a base. When this both combines, what happens is this positive and this negative Cl will combine together to form salt, that is NaCl, and H and OH will combine together to form water molecule. So neutralization reaction is a reaction in which an acid reacts with the base forming salt and water. This type of reaction plays a very important role in our body. For example, in the neutralization of an acid, when we have acidity, we use milk of magnesia, which is nothing but the magnesium hydroxide as an antacid in order to neutralize it. Or when a bee is stung for a person which releases formic acid, neutralization reaction is very important. In soil, neutralization is very important. In the toothpaste, where much of acid is produced by the decomposition of the sugar, also it is neutralized by the base. So neutralization reaction is a very important part of our regular system. So neutralization takes place when an acid reacts with the base forming salt and water.